Shalom, giving all praise to Yahawah, Qadash, Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. And this only goes out to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Or you might say the 1/3 as opposed to the 2/3. And by the way, the 2/3 is not talking about 2/3 of all Israel. It's talking about referring to 2/3 of the Israelites here in America. So out of 100% of the Israelites, let's say there's 150 million Israelite. You got over 300 and maybe it's close to 370 million people in America, the continent, the U.S., Babylon. You may have 150 million that are Israelites. Could be more, could be less, because we're talking about all the tribes, because all the tribes are here. But anyway, you will be saved by the foolishness of preaching. So I got one precept that I'm gonna read, and I'll see where the Spirit takes me. Hopefully, this is not really long, but if it is, it is. So this is a video put up by GMS Carolina 08, South Carolina 08. Why preach if every Israelite will be in the kingdom? So this is a comment. Let me open it up. So if everybody is going to be back into the kingdom of heaven, what are you out there preaching about? Well, we're preaching about the kingdom of heaven because the Most High set us up to preach the kingdom of heaven, because this is the Most High's. He's the director and the producer on high. He's the movie maker. You know, the word God in the Latin or the Spanish is theos, which means theater. That's where you get the word theater from. So he has the bad guys and the good guys, and the extra characters. You know, you have the what do you call that? You got like the characters. They're not main characters. There might be a scene where you have people walking down the street, and those people walking down the street are actually actors walking down the street. They're not actual people. So this is the Most High's movie, and this is how the Most High put the script together, and he used men and women on the earth to act out his play, his grand theater, his grand theos. Now, all Israelites will make it eventually. None of them will go to hell, as you have Bishop Nathaniel, which he's clearly going off, and he stays going off. I mean, this guy stays going off. He's got a new thing. I don't know when they started teaching it, but if you don't accept this truth, then you're going to burn in hell. As an Israelite, you're going to burn in hell forever. First of all, the Edomites are not going to burn in hell. There's no hell that your spirit burns in forever. So he's waxing worse and worse. Okay, so this video was put up by Why Preach If Every Israelite Will Be in the Kingdom. Well, every Israelite will be in the kingdom, but there's going to be a separation when the destruction comes. There's going to be a certain number of Israelites, which we know as the 144,000, starting with the 144,000, and the elect that's going to hear this word, and they're going to acknowledge that they're Israelites. They're going to acknowledge Yahawah by Yahawashi. They're going to keep the laws to the best of their ability. They're going to do, some of them, the scriptures speak about some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. That means you're going to have men that are constantly out there, like the brother right here, the elder right here, and other brothers, apostles, bishops, other elders from the various camp leaders. They're out there constantly teaching, man. Whether 5 people listen to their videos or 500 people or 5,000 people listen to their videos. Our job is to put this word out. It's not a numbers game where, oh, you got to get more numbers than the next guy. It's the fruit that you receive at the end. So this is almost like a video game. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me do this here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what? Let me do this. Show you it's about preaching, right? Okay, 18 verse. Let me clap that. Okay, let me go to 1 Corinthians 3. And it's around about the really I should read from the first verse. There's a lot of meat in this chapter right here. Okay, I'll start the ninth verse. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Now, the average, your brother, your sisters, your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your favorite uncle, your favorite nephew, your favorite cousin. You know, you got the family reunion, and there's certain favorites that you have. Oh, that's my favorite uncle or whatever. And I got 3 uncles, that's my favorite, or whatever the case may be. They're all family, right? They're all family, but you have favorites. So we have favorites. The Most High have favorites. The Most High's favorites are the elect. And he made them the elect, and he made them do what they do. All right? It says, for we are laborers together with the Most High. Who are laborers together with the Most High? Not just any old Israelite, but an Israelite that has been called and chosen, and therefore one of the elect, possibly one of the 144,000. It says, for we are laborers together with the Most High. What does it mean, laborers? Does it mean we out there, raking up leaves or building houses? No. The building that we're doing is teaching Israel, because this is a part of the Most High's theater. Remember that. So the guy that asked that question is either, guarantee you, I can't see his name, guarantee you there's no videos. He may have booty shaking videos, hip hop videos, or whatever. He's not grounded in this thing. Maybe he does recognize that he's an Israelite, but he's just an Israel. You got guys out there that know that they're Israelites. You got actors, entertainers that they know that they identify with being Israelites, but they ain't out there on the highways and the byways. They don't represent the 100-fold, 30, 60-fold, and 30-fold. Let's come back over here. So that's why he asked that question. So if everybody is going to be back into the kingdom of heaven, what are you out there preaching about? Because this is the Most High told us to do that. Because that's part of his script. And what happens is, when the Oscars come up in the acting world, you got the lead actor, and you got the what do you call it, the lead actor, and then you got the lead actress, then you got the co-actor or the co-actors or the co-actresses. So now the Oscars come up. The lead actor maybe don't get nothing. They nominate the movie, but it's the co-actor, the co-star that gets the award. He wins an Oscar for the best. Was it? It was a co-actor or supporting actor, and supporting actress. But they get an Oscar, but it's not as good as getting the actor of the year. You get that praise because of the job that you did. Now, are they going to say, okay, we're going to see who the best? What's that term? The people in the back that's walking down the street. They're not going to say, well, this guy, he gets the Oscar for the best guy to walk down the street looking up in the sky. No. So this is all about levels. There's levels to this thing. This is all the Most High's game, because ultimately you are going to make it. But if you don't accept this thing, you'll make it, but you're going to die. You might be involved in eating your children, cannibalism. You may or may not get hit with a missile. You may die in the wars and the protest that's going on when all hell breaks loose, you know, you may get captured by some people and they hang you, or whatever the case may be, or they torture you. So that's the difference, man. The ones of us that make it out of here because we said we're going to follow the Most High, which the Most High put the Spirit on us. Man's goings of the Yahawah, so how can a man then understand his own way? And we're going to be delivered. We're going to see the glory. We're going to see the ships coming. We're going to see the missiles coming, and we're going to be lifted up by a tractor beam into a ship, and we're going to immediately praise Yahawah by Shema Yahawashi. And the rest of you are going to be terrified, weeping and gnashing of teeth when those missiles hit. But before the missiles hit, all hell's going to break loose. All hell's going to break loose. But the ultimate thing is when the missiles hit, when the ships come and all. So you don't want to be on that side. You know, it's look, if it was all about we come in the kingdom, yeah, but the way you come in the kingdom, you know, you can either get on a drive from New York to California in a car and break down a couple of times, or you eventually get to California, or you can hop on the plane and get to California in what was it, 5 hours, 6 hours, whatever the case may be. So here you taking the plane, and your friend, he's driving, and it's going to take him like three days, 4 days, whatever. If he breaks down a couple of times and makes a week, he might be pulled over by some racist cop or whatever. But you will make it to the kingdom. So the choice is yours. Actually, the choice is the Most High, because the Most High puts a spirit on you to do what he wants you to do. Read Jonah. Jonah was a prophet. Jonah defied the Most High. The Most High put him through hell. When he said he was in the belly of the fish, he said, I was in hell for 3 days and 3 nights. What do you mean by hell? He meant by he was in a place where he thought he was going to die. So for you to make that statement, you're really not on no level. You're not on no level. You're not a guy that goes out there on the highways and the byways. You're not a guy that read the scriptures. You're just a Negro out there. And if you're not one of the elect and you're in America, you're going to take the charagma and you're going to eat a missile. And see, another thing is we're defending the gospel. This is the Most High show. So now let's read this. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Husbandry is a farmer, right? He plants seeds and he reaps the harvest. Well, so when we plant seeds and reap the harvest, we're out there teaching the word. So the seeds are the people that come into this thing. Ye are the Most High's building, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder. I have laid the foundation, another buildeth thereon. Now, I want to say this. Abba laid the foundation. Ultimately, the 7, they followed after him, and then comes us. Now, you got this big controversy with, like recently on Priest Daniela, and Priest Daniela is questioning whether we got the breaking down the chip thing the right way, and he's breaking it down his way, whatever the case may be. And he's not considering, the reason why he questions us, because he don't believe that we took the positions of the 7, so to speak. We are the top men. Like at one time, Abba was the top man. Then it was, Masha, Arya, and Yaquab, and then you had the what's called the 7. They were the top men. So now none of them is out there. Some of them is in the spiritual realm. Some of them is all of them is up in age, but none of them is out there on the highways and the byways teaching the way they're supposed to teach. Well, Lahab is teaching, he's teaching that Edomites can make it. Because I ran into him about 3 years ago, and I asked him, because I heard about it, so I asked him. I heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak. I said, do you teach that Edomites can make it? He said, yeah, if they're right with the Most High. I said, you wrong. I said, you dead wrong. Okay? So it says, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereon. So in other words, they built the foundation of the house, they built the house, they built a number of floors, and we are to come to finish the house. Okay? So going back to Priest Danyala, the reason why he doesn't consider that, well, maybe Tahar and them guys are right, is because he don't see us as being men of the, that's the truth. He don't see us as being men of the Lord. Because if they were teaching that the MOTB is a chip, they would teach it. They will all teach it because the seven taught it. So we come along, I ain't listen to them. Them guys ain't niggas. They on my same level. How the Most High, they ain't special. Yes, we are special. We are special, man. We're special. What gives you an indication that we're special? When you're constantly out there on the highways and the byways, spring, summer, fall, winter, and spring, we're out there. We're constantly putting up videos. We're not taking no breaks. We're constantly putting up videos. This is my second video today. I didn't know how many videos. I might do 3 more videos. I might not do any. But if I don't do any today, I'll damn sure tomorrow, Most High Spirit be with me. I'm going to do another 1 or 2 or 3. I may do 5 today. You know? It says, the Most High have spoken, who can but prophesy? In other words, when the Most High put that vibration out, it's going to hit somebody to bring it out, to bring out a particular subject. So for you to question what we're saying, is the fact that you're just looking at us as, oh, they just Negroes. They ain't special. I'm just as special as they are, if they special. The MOTB is the microchip. So you should, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. If High Priest Ariad at 7 said that the MOTB is a C-hip, Priest Banyala, you would teach it to, yeah, of course, MOTB is a C-hip. Yeah, of course. You question it because we're saying it. I had to say that 2 times. Most I speak once, yet twice, yes, 3 times, and men cannot perceive. So the Most High, anybody like Bishop Nate, either wanted to, or General Yohana, either they did 1 or 2 things. Either the Most High closed their eyes to that prophecy, the MOTB, or they took a bag. And they know it full well, but they took a bag. Either or. Either way, the Most High is not dealing with them on that thing. Most High ain't gonna deal with you if you took a bag. You on the team of Judas Iscariot. It says, for other foundation can no man lay, then that is laid. The 12 tribe sign. You got guys saying, well, the 12 tribe sign ain't right. Most High's not dealing with you. Which is Yahawashi HaMashiach. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble. The ones building the foundation with gold are 100%. Silver would be 60%. Precious stones would be 30%. And you got guys that push the year to push 2016. You got guys that push this word harder than other guys because the Spirit's on them. Wood, hay, and stubble. It says, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. So when the fire comes, stubble burns, hay burns, wood burns. Stones, precious stones, some of them remain. Silver remains and gets refined. Gold remains. So the ones that come up, the fruit that come up under us, if they remain and they do like we do, and they teach and they push in his word and they endure to the end, guess what? And they push 100-fold, even 60-fold, even 30-fold, they're gonna remain. And then we get credit for that. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, the nuclear fire, and the place where the worm dieth not and the fire is not quenched. Yahawashi was referring to Babylon the Great in a parabolic way. And the fire, the missiles shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Guys that came in, did some diligent work and fell out back into the world, they're gonna get burnt. They're just the stubble in the hay, in the wood. If any man's work abide, which is your fruit, which he hath built thereon, he shall receive a reward. So we're gonna get a reward for the fruit that we bring in. If any man's work shall be burned, you can teach, and 90% of the people that's left that you taught, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Meaning what? If you lose all your fruit, you're still gonna be saved because you warned them. You put the word out there, so you're gonna be saved either way. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and the Spirit of the Father dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which ye are. So now you guys are eating that garbage. And by the way, we're eating the best of the worst. Even if it's non-GMO, organic, certified organic, it's still garbage. You can't compare it to the food of the past. I did a video on the 50s, a day on the beach. Should have been a day at the beach in the 1950s. There was not one fat person. And they had the first picture open up with 4 Jake women, and they looked like Simeonite or Ephraimites, and they had no fat on them, and they had smiles on their faces, and they all looked good. These women today look like monsters. Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise. In other words, you can't come into this truth. In other words, it's saying being born again. You can't come into this truth with your former knowledge. If you have a degree in theology and you say I'm an Israelite, you can't bring that theological crap with you, bro. You got to throw all that shit out. It's all garbage. 19th verse. For the wisdom of this world, your college degrees, is foolishness with the Most High. For it is written, he taketh the wise in his own craftiness. See, when you come up against us, like this guy, this clown, this big head clown of Vocab Malone, he's losing, man. He's losing. Every time he brings up something new, we master it. We're like the Orgonaut, is the Orgonaut? Juggernaut, the Orgonaut. Juggernaut, we're the juggernauts. When you look up the word juggernaut, what is a juggernaut? We are juggernauts of the Most High, Yahawah Bashem Al Shai. Let me look up the word juggernaut. Juggernaut. Okay, where is it? Here it comes. Okay, it says a huge, powerful, and overwhelming force. Here's the definition of juggernaut: a huge, powerful, and overwhelming force or institution. A huge, powerful, or overwhelming force or institution. Juggernaut is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, created by writer Stan Lee, which I believe he's probably he's Russian, I believe, Russian or Ukrainian, and artist co-writer Jack Kirby. He first appeared in X-Men. I want more of a definition. What does it mean to be called a juggernaut? What is something that is a juggernaut? Let me do this one. And a massive, inexorable force. A massive, inexorable force campaign, movement, or object that crushes whatever is in its path. Okay? Give me a second. Let me try this. Give me a second here. Bear me for a minute. Okay, I think I found it. Jeremiah 23, verse 29. Is it not my word? Is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahawah, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? Read that again. Jeremiah 23, verse 29. And this is what juggernauts do. Is not my word like as a fire, saith Yahawah, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces? So this is a powerful, overwhelming force, a juggernaut, if you will. So, you got this guy, vocab, like I said, coming with his theological crapola nonsense. And we learn his we learn how they think, and we use it against them. Because he said, you guys always go to the Hebrew Israelites, only go to the King James version. So now it forced it made us go into the NLT, the NIV, and the other versions. And sometimes they're like the NLT goes even more. So you guess what? We took that power that you threw at us to destroy us, to lend doubt to us, throw doubt at us, and we use it in our advantage. That's a juggernaut, man, and that's a sentinel. And you guys that take time off, you guys are not sentinels. See, we're spiritual juggernauts and we're spiritual sentinels. We don't stop. What is it? The T1000s, and he will not stop until you are absolutely put to death. At the Terminator series, so we're spiritual terminators for the Most High. We're juggernauts for the Most High. We're sentinels for the Most High. And the sentinels in the movie The Matrix, they come, and sentinels are watchers. So, this clown, this big head clown, Vocab Malone, brought the Shield Squad. They ain't even around no more. They all fell off by the wayside. He ain't got nobody with him no more. He's by himself. And the shit that you come with is weak, man. And I'm gonna see how weak you are, how weak you become. You were weak to begin with, but you become weaker because you're supposed to have a debate with Captain Tazariak. Captain Tazariak gonna spiritually beat your fucking ass, man. And we're gonna laugh at it. There's gonna be a time where but you got to listen to your overlords, your demonic overlords, because you set up, my nigga. And I'm gonna say this too. The camp after camp class, I said, I'm gonna be a nigga. I said, are you guys doing videos? And that was like a warning. Nobody got kicked out the camp. Nobody got suspended. But that's a warning. We're gonna the juggernauts on your ass. You better be doing videos. Because that if you're not pushing this work, that's an indication that you may not be one of the elect. It says 20th verse, and again, the Lord Yahawah knoweth the thoughts of the wise, that they are vain. So the stuff that you bring, that theological BS that you bring, theological cemeteries, which the mighty Bishop Nathaniel stole from me. He used that word cemeteries. Where do you think he got that from? He got that from me, through the Spirit. Therefore, let no man glory in men, for all things are yours. If let's say Jay-Z becomes an Israelite and he goes out there speaking, wherever we go at, they're gonna find out where Jay-Z is speaking, and there's gonna be crowds, and the police are gonna have to put up police barricades. That's why the Most High didn't take no celebrities and make them, Israelite, like Denzel. Let's say Denzel, he want to join GMS. He's in the camp. You're gonna have all kind of people around the world watching them teach. He's an Israelite, and they're gonna say, I'm an Israelite too. So the Most High ain't dealing with people like that. He's dealing with common, everyday people that you think are regular people. We're not regular. We're not your everyday Joes, all right? We are the men of the Lord if we endure to the end. And so whether Paul or Apollos, right, there were some that followed after Apollos and some after Paul. I believe that's first chapter, 1 Corinthians, which I'm going to go back to. Whether Paul or Apollos, because Apollos was a great orator and Paul was a great orator, or Cephas was Peter. Some of them would say, I like this guy Apollos. I like this guy Paul. I like Peter. Well, Paul, he's a hell raiser. He's all over the place. Whether Paul or Apollos, and Apollos only knew what John the Baptist taught. And John was a man of the Lord. He never fell out the truth, okay? For certain people out there. Whether Paul or Apollos or Cephas or the world or life or death or things present or things to come, all are yours, which is the kingdom, and ye are the Messiahs, and the Messiahs is the Most High. Oh, this is beautiful. Ye are the Messiahs. I'm going to read it verbatim. And ye are Christ, and Christ is God's. So that means that the Lord is just a God. This God right here is the Most High. Right, it says, and Christ, I'm reading it verbatim. So the order is man, the Messiah, which is the Christ, which is God. That's the scripture that cuts this guy. Theos, Greek for God. Let me do this here. Matter of fact, I know that it's in there. Let me come back over here. Let me do this. Come back. So that question that you answered was a stupid question, and it just showed you who you are. It just showed who you are. That you are not one of the elect, one of the chosen. Okay, so is Apollos in here? Okay, yes, it's in here. So we just read Paul, Apollos, and Cephas, which is Peter. It says, for it hath been declared unto me of you, my brethren, by them which are of the house of Halal, that there are contentions among you. Now this I say, that every one of you saith, I am of Paul. In other words, we follow Paul. That's the guy that we follow. and I of Apollos. Now, Apollos, now I don't know, Paul's good, but I like Apollos. And I of Cephas, which is Peter, and I of the Messiah. There's guys, I don't got to go to no camp. I'm dealing directly with the Lord. No, you ain't. You clearly going off. You got to come up under men. It tells you that in Romans, the 10th chapter, 13 verse on down. Is the Messiah divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Or were ye baptized in the name of Paul? I thank the Most High that I baptized none of you, but Crispus and Gaius, lest any should say that I baptize in my own name. So you guys baptizing in water, you're going off. So now let's come over here. The wisdom of the Most High, and I'm gonna get ready to close. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. That's you educated people, you black conscious people, you motherfuckers with degrees. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? He took people that were insignificant. Y'all look at it as insignificant, but we are those people. For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. In other words, going to theological cemeteries, it pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So that goes back to your question, why you guys are preaching if we all gonna go in the kingdom? Because what we're looking to do is get saved. You're gonna come to the kingdom, but you're gonna come to the kingdom a hot mess. For the Yahawadah require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. The Greeks right here are the Israelites, like the men at Athens in Acts 17. Those are Israelites that were following that were Hellenized. That's why the Apostle Paul told those men in the church in Corinth to cut your hair because it's a shame. Because they were Hellenized. They said, I like some of the custom. I'm bringing some of the Hellenized custom with me. No, you got to change your customs. But we preach Yahawashi crucified unto a Jew and unto the Israelites, I say, a stumbling block, because you had the scribes and the Pharisees that said he was the Messiah, and unto the Greeks foolishness. So it's foolishness unto the Greeks, which are the Israelites in a Gentile state of mind. But unto them which are called, at the end of the day, unto them which are called, meaning elect, ultimately called and chosen, both Jew and Greek. So Cornelius would be considered a Greek. He came into the fold. You had Nicodemus that believed. You had priests that believe. You had scribes that believe. Acts 15. You had priests that believe. Acts, I believe that's Acts 6, Acts chapter 6 or chapter 7. The Messiah, the power of the Most High, and the wisdom of the Most High. That's why Paul said, I counted all things but dung. Because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh. You ain't gonna see no guys with the doctorate degrees holding posts speaking, because they look down on us. They think they're better than us. They're gonna eat a missile. Not many mighty. You don't see Deontay Wilder and these different guys, these UFC fighters, these Mike Tyson, these different guys that are fighting. Floyd Mayweather, he ain't out there holding posts. Not many noble are called. But the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world. We're looked at as being foolish. Look, these niggas, ain't you a little too old to be out there with that dress on, with the fringes on it, talking shit to confound the what? The wise. Who's the wise? Ultimately, it's the white man. They sent out their little munchkin, vocab Malone, and he's about ready to commit suicide, and spiritually and maybe physically. He ain't got that. The shill squad ain't nowhere around. He's all by himself with his weak ass theological cemetery doctrine. Is weak. And the Most High have chosen the weak, we are the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. The educated ones, the established ones. And base things of the world, we represent the base things of the world, and things which are despised, we are hated. Hath the Most High chosen, yeah, and things which are not, to bring to naught things which are. The powers, that's 2 Corinthians 10, verse 4. I'm not going to go to it. Somebody can put it in there. That no flesh should be that no flesh should glory in his presence. But of him are ye in the Messiah, Hamashiach, Yahawashi, who of the Most High is made unto us wisdom and righteousness and sanctification and redemption, to buy back, sanctification to make clean, that glory as it is written, he that glorieth, let him glory in. Now that word there should be Kairos, meaning the superior, the sir, which is our Lord. I'll show you that. Kairos. This guy, Kyrie Irvin, said he looked up his name, Kyrie, and it means the name of the moat. No, it does not. It just means Lord or landlord. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom. On to the next one. Shalom.